Monica was very happy for what happened. She quickly stood up to thank everyone that voted for her daughter. Her joy knew no bound. She equally thanked the judges and went back to her seat waiting for her daughter Imlie to come out. The 4 kids that were evicted from the competition consoled each other and were about to leave. But Imlie sighted them and quickly went to meet them and talk to them. Though Imlie was very happy that the audience voted for her, but she at the same time felt sorry for the kids that were evicted. She gently came close to them, consoled them and encouraged them. They all hugged each other and left at once. Meanwhile, Monica, filled with joy and happiness, was already waiting to see her daughter Imlie. Few minutes later, Imlie, filled with happiness, came out. Imlie joyously went to her mother, knelt down and greeted her. Monica, already engulfed with heavy smile, welcomed her daughter and happily asked her how everything went. Imlie narrated her experience so far. She quickly told her mother how they were asked to prepare noodles, which she didn't have any knowledge about. How she was confused and how she cried, making what she don't know about. Other kids remaining also went to their respective parents and guardians, who also happily welcomed them. Imlie and her beloved mother continued gisting until the 10 minutes break was over. The remaining contestants were called back to their positions. This time, the judges has an entirely different announcement to make. Though the kids had started shivering, waiting to hear the next challenge. Then one of the judges calmly announced to them that the competition would be suspended and then postponed to another day and another new location, which the organizers of the competition has decided. The kids were all shocked and amazed. The judges then came to address the parents and audience, and then officially announced the new date and new location for the continuation of the competition. The new location was said to be in Paris and date to be in 2 months' time. That it's going to be a sponsored trip, meaning that the contestants and one parent or guardian's trip would be sponsored. Everyone was surprised and amazed. A shocking smile and tears rolled through Monica's cheeks. She asked herself this question: does that mean that I, Monica, and Imlie, my daughter, would be going to Paris? More tears rolled down her cheeks. For people around not to see her shedding tears, she gently stood up and went outside. Outside, she couldn't control the tears. She then knelt down and thanked God, saying, "My Father in heaven, how could I have ever imagined that I, Monica, and my daughter at her young age would be going to Paris? Thank you, Lord, for bringing us this far. I commit everything in your hands. Palos, take the lead." She then cleaned her tears and went back to the hall. By then, the judges had finished their announcements. The parents of the contestants were told to drop their details for further information and directions. Monica and her daughter, Imlie, went and dropped their poor details. The chairman of the competition, who was the one that helped Imlie join the competition, has been secretly and engrossingly observing Monica and her daughter. The man from the window saw when Monica was outside shedding tears. He wondered why a black and beautiful young woman like her would cry like that. The man went to meet Monica and her daughter outside. Monica, seeing the same man that helped them join the competition, bent down and greeted him. The man was carried away by Monica's natural beauty and forgot that someone greeted him. It was Imlie's greetings that the man finally heard, and then replied them and greeted them back. Imlie, who has been looking for an opportunity to sneak out, finally saw one and left them. Imlie, being a jovial and friendly child, decided to make friends with the remaining 10 contestants before they leave. The kids were happy for each other. In a twinkle of an eye, they started playing, just as kids will always be kids. Meanwhile, Monica was wondering why the man came to meet her. The man asked Monica who she is and why she didn't come with her husband. Monica answered all his questions with maximum humility and respect. This really thrilled and marveled the man. The man told Monica to follow him to his car, which Monica gently did. The man opened his car and brought out $5,000. He gave Monica the money and told her to use it and take care of her kids till they meet again. Monica couldn't believe her eyes. She wondered if it was a dream. But no, it was reality. She immediately wanted to kneel down and thank the man, but the man stopped her from kneeling down. Rather, he hugged her with love and left. The shock brought out heavy goosebumps on Monica's body. She smiled and shed tears at the same time. She didn't know the best to express her joy. But without wasting much time, she quickly hid the money inside her handbag and decided to leave with the money in peace. She started looking for Imlie. She finally saw her daughter Imlie, and they left immediately. After a few hours, they reached their house. Monica's kids happily welcomed them and quickly brought food they jointly prepared for them. Imlie hugged all her brothers and sisters in love and thanked them for cooking food for them. They all sat down and happily ate together. After eating, Monica quickly gathered all her kids inside her hut and happily told them what happened. Imlie, who didn't know that such thing, was surprised and very happy. They were all happy. Monica started shedding another tears of joy. This time, her kids cleaned her tears and hugged her. Monica and her kids started praising God. They worshipped God, who showed them such mercy till they got tired and happily slept. The next day, Monica woke up early. She prayed and then went to prepare for her business. Imlie also woke up early and joined her mother in making preparation for her business. In the market, people who missed her food were asking her questions why she didn't come the previous day. She happily told them she went for an important meeting. As usual, they patronized her happily. Monica didn't stay in the market till evening. Rather, she left early. She came back home, took all the money, and went straight to the bank. She did have a bank account before. She then opened a new one and deposited her money. She then took some money and then left. She went to ShopRite, which was very far from their house. She bought a new smartphone, different local and international cookbooks, and other things needed in the house. At that point, all that matters to her was how to prepare Imlie, her daughter, for the upcoming cooking competition in Paris. Monica came back and showed her kids what she bought for them. She also bought new clothes and shoes for all her kids. They were all happy. Imlie cited the cookbooks her mother bought and became more happy. Monica also bought new and beautiful things for her poor mother. She went to visit her mother and gave her all she bought for her. Monica's mother was very happy to see her and the gifts. Monica then narrated what happened to her mother and how she will be going to Paris with her daughter Imlie for the cooking competition. Monica's mother started praising God. Monica's mother, who has been living in poverty, couldn't believe that her daughter has such amount of money and that should visit Paris soon. Her joy knew no bounds. Monica's mother immediately volunteered to take good care of her grandchildren when they went for their traveling. Monica was pleased. They both hugged each other, and Monica left. The next day, Monica started teaching Imlie different meals in the cookbook. Imlie was enjoying the teaching and also learning perfectly at the same time. because she couldn't forget how she was almost evicted for not knowing how to make noodles. She spent the next few weeks perfecting her recipes, practicing her cooking techniques, and studying the competition's rules and regulations. Imlie's dream was to become a world-renowned chef, and she spent every waking moment working towards achieving that goal. On the other hand, Monica did everything within her power to prepare her daughter for the upcoming big event in Paris. The day of the competition finally arrived, and Imlie found herself standing in a bustling kitchen in Paris, surrounded by 10 other talented young chefs from different countries. The competition was being televised live, and the studio was filled with a cheering audience made up of foodies, chefs, and proud parents. The first round of the competition was a mystery box challenge, where each contestant had to create a dish using a secret ingredient, which was revealed only at the last minute. Imlie was thrilled to discover that the ingredient was a type of spicy pepper commonly used in African cuisine, and she quickly got to work, creating a mouth-watering pepper soup that wowed the judges. The judges enjoyed every bit of Imlie's recipes. They went from normal tasting meals to eating every piece of the pepper soup prepared by Imlie. The competition was fierce, with each round becoming increasingly challenging. The contestants had to create dishes using unusual ingredients, cook for a packed restaurant, and even prepare a meal for a panel of notoriously difficult food critics. But Imlie was determined to win, and she gave it her all, using every trick in the book to impress the judges. As the competition progressed, Imlie found herself in the top 3, alongside a talented young chef from Japan and a seasoned competitor from the United States. The final round was a cook-off, where each contestant had to create a 3-course meal using a secret ingredient that was revealed only at the last minute. Imlie was nervous but focused, and she created a stunning meal that showcased her culinary skills, creativity, and African heritage. The judges were impressed, and they admired Imlie so much. At the end of all the challenges and stages, it was time for the judges to compile all the scores and note the winner. After a few minutes, the judges brought out the 3 remaining best chefs, whose names were Imlie from Africa, Carl from us, and Makoto from Japan. Their heartbeats were faster than that of a high blood pressure patient. Monica was engrossingly and fearfully looking at the judges. After what seemed like an eternity, the results were announced. Carl from us took the 3rd position, Makoto from Japan took the 2nd position, and finally Imlie from Africa took the 1st position. Monica immediately threw herself on the ground. She couldn't believe it. She almost ran mad. Imlie sighted her mother and started shedding her own tears of joy and fulfillment. The judges calmed the noise everywhere and had to ask Imlie few questions and give her the deserved award. One of the questions they asked Imlie was, "Imlie, can you please tell us how you became the best of a chef at a young age?" Imlie, still shedding more tears, replied, My mother became a widow after 1 year of marriage. She embraced the painful life and stood by us. She started teaching us how to cook at 1 year. I watched my mum labor day and night to take good care of us. When I told her about this competition, she didn't have enough money, but she still brought out money from her savings to get me registered. She taught me all I know today. She taught us how to embrace life challenges with courage and confidence. She taught us the value of hard work. At that point, tears couldn't allow her to talk again. Monica, watching her daughter say all those, continued crying. Everyone was amazed and touched. One of the judges stood up and went to clean Imlie's tears and hugged her. They finally gave her the award. Imlie was overjoyed. Tears of happiness streamed down her face as she accepted the coveted title of Kitchen Stars champion. Monica quickly went to hug her daughter. The prize was everything Imlie had dreamed of, and more. She received a full scholarship to a prestigious culinary school in France, where she would study alongside some of the world's top chefs. She also got to cook alongside her culinary idols, and she was given the opportunity to travel the world, exploring new cuisines and cooking techniques. The chairman of the competition, who was touched by Imlie's story, decided to bless Monica and her family. The man gave Monica 1 month to prepare her family to relocate to France, where he will employ her as a senior chef in one of her exquisite hotels and pay her very well. Monica kept on praising the name of the Lord. The villagers welcomed Monica and her daughter and celebrated with them. Imlie's victory was celebrated both in her hometown and Africa at large, where she was hailed as a culinary hero. She became a role model for young cooks across the country, inspiring them to pursue their passion for cooking and to never give up on their dreams. After 3 days, the chairman of the kids' cooking competition by name Jade started changing his mind towards Monica and her kids. He was seen looking disturbed and constantly thinking. He wasn't sure of what to do. He was supposed to have traveled to Texas City to inspect one of his restaurants and hotels, which needed his urgent attention. One of his managers in Texas City kept on calling him to come and address the underlying issue, but Jade kept on postponing his travel. The next day, he decided to pay Monica a surprise visit. In the morning, Monica prepared all her kids and saw them off to school, and then returned to her house. She didn't see any reason to go to market for her business because she needed all the time to prepare for their trip to Paris, which Mr. Jade had promised them. Around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, she heard a strange sound in her compound. It was sound of a car. She fearlessly came outside to know who it could be, because she wasn't expecting anyone. When she came out, she was very surprised to see Mr. Jade standing near his mighty jeep in her compound. She gently came close and greeted him, still looking surprised to see him. Mr. Jade stared at Monica's black beauty and calmly greeted her back. Monica, though, was still surprised, but she was very happy to see Mr. Jade, because Mr. Jade is indeed a very handsome white man. But she didn't know the best way to welcome him, coupled with the fact that there is no modern seat in her house. She kindly offered the man a bench and told that this was the seat she has. Mr. Jade wasn't even bothered, rather he was happy with everything in the house. It was like a fun tour to him. Monica quickly rushed to the kitchen and prepared a native meal for him. Mr. Jade enjoyed every bit of it. After eating, Mr. Jade had to talk to Monica about his visit. Mr. Jade gently knelt down before Monica, but Monica quickly stopped him from doing such. He sat down and then began to talk. He told Monica that he has been observing her from the first day they met in the competition.